on you, girl. Don't worry. Yeah. Let me get some white up in there. Filling some of the shadows there. There we go. Why are you squinting your eyes like that?
I don't know.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Tristan Barrocks here, the digital storyteller, and I'm super excited to be with you once again for my first photo video walk of 2020. And I have these beautiful ladies behind me here. We have Stephanie and we have Shirley. Shirley is going to be doing some photography with me, and then Stephanie is going to be our model. And all we have is, I just brought my A7 III, Mark III with a 50 millimeter. And what do you got over there?
Mirrorless M50.
Mirrorless M50 with a 50 mil? With a 50 millimeter lens, and we got a little bounce, a little gold bounce going on here, a white bounce. And we're just gonna make it do what it do. We're gonna try out different things. We got Bart on our ones and twos. Thank you so much, Bart. And let's try it out. All right, peace. Her face is properly exposed in the sense of like there's no harsh shadows. Right now, like normally you probably wait if you're gonna use only natural light and no artificial light. Probably wait until either the morning, or coming the afternoon, evening, because the sun is not like right on top of the subject. When the sun's on top of the subject, then you're gonna get a lot more harsh shadows, right? Over the shoulder again, perfect. Yep, so as you can see here, I'm pretty dark right now.
Yeah, I see
in my exposure.
Too.
Think of things in your mind, right? Let's say Stephanie's a blogger and she wants to put, you know, living life like it's golden or something on her website or something like, you know what I mean, whatever, right? Where she's like, actually, I'm gonna steal that, right? So I'm gonna frame her up, and then I'm just gonna reposition. As we're working with different people, performers on, I call models performers, but talent on camera, you always want to kind of reaffirm them by showing them some of the things you got, even though it's like raw shots right now.
Yeah.
Some cool stuff here. There's some lifestyle stuff, right? And then they can, yeah, you see that? You see that? It's cold, but it's not as cold as it was 2 weeks ago. It's about 9 degrees in Toronto today on a Sunday in February, one of the last Sundays in February. It's definitely not that cold because the guys across the street have no shirt on and just a jacket and are wearing flip-flops. So, I mean, I guess it's almost time for us to be walking around like it's spring or summer. Turn just this way a little bit. Perfect, yes, out, there you go.
Okay.
Fix your collar. Perfect. Yeah, there you go. Oh, actually just keep on fixing your collar just like that. Yes. Yes. Give me something else different. There you go, yes. Yes, yes, perfect, yes, beautiful, definitely, look right at me, yeah, look right at me, but lean forward a little bit with your head, perfect, turn your head more like this, more, there you go, perfect, nice, stay right there, love it. So guys, we're off to another location. It's just like literally across the street. We have this little park bench here. It's purple. It looks kind of cool. We got Stephanie in our little head wrap here, and we're gonna do something special, make some magic again. We have like a really, really weird background happening because behind Stephanie is a group of people eating lunch, presumably, and then there's garbage, and then there's a parking lot. We're trying to actually get nice angles and find the angles. So one of the things that I'm doing is I'm shooting to the west of her, or to the, I guess, the left of her, and then getting this really nice building, this architecture, this really historical factory building within Liberty Village. We then frame it up with the way she's sitting, and then we have the purple bench, and it just creates something really interesting. So check it out, this way, right? But then we have all this distracting background where we have people eating, we have garbage, all that sort of stuff. So if we just turn our angles just slightly this way, perfect. Stephanie, look at me, perfect. Just turn your head a little more, chin up a bit. There you go, chin down a little bit, perfect. shooting right now, I'm shooting at a shutter speed of 1/800 at f1.4, so I'm wide open, and my ISO is at 100. The reason I'm doing this is because I just like how it looks, right? It looks very photojournalistic, as well as it's just fun. It's something fun to work with. It looks creative, interesting, but you can go to, let's say, 2.8 if you want to have more of the background introduced into the subject and into the actual photo as a whole. For me, I just want to get her locked in, and I want everything else to fade off. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. So guys, we are halfway through our shoot right now with Shirley. I mean, myself and Shirley, and then we're taking photos of Stephanie. Stephanie's actually getting changed into her third outfit. Is it third or second? I think it's kind of like second, third look. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And I just want to kind of get, your take on how things are going. How does it feel to just shoot a model, take pictures of a model?
Yeah, no, it's definitely different. I mean, when you're a newbie like me, you're focusing so much on your settings, and I'm realizing through you how much it's important to kind of motivate and talk to your model. And so that's like, my brain is trying to take in this kind of new information right now.
Yeah.
Like handling the camera, but also not forgetting about your subject.
Yeah, I think that's really important. You made a great point in terms of like, sometimes it's really hard because you're so locked and focused on like trying to get the shot right that you don't remember that there's a person in front of the camera, right?
Yeah.
And I think for me, one of the things that helped me in the past is just constantly taking photos of my family, constantly taking photos in different situations, so that me and my camera are one. I'm not perfect, but I know where to go to kind of dial in my settings, or at least the steps to get to where I need to go. And I think that's why I love photo and video walks so much, is because it gives us an opportunity to really just practice and make mistakes, and then learn from them as well. So then we are on client shoots, we're not learning on client shoots.
Yeah.
We're actually executing, right?
And we're lucky because like who we're working with, she already knows how to kind of pose. How do you deal with someone who really doesn't know, and at the same time is kind of new photographer like myself?
Yeah.
And you have like, your subject or your model is not really.
Well, a part of it is, I think a big part for me is you have to build that rapport, and the rapport really has to do with trust. So the more that you affirm, the person, the subject, the more confident they feel, and then show them good shots, right?
Yeah.
And show them what's working, right?
Yeah.
And when they're doing something that is working versus something that's not working. So there's a little bit of education as well as motivation and affirmation that happens all at the same time. So you're a little bit of a social worker, but
Yeah.
it's good. So essentially what I'm going to get you to do is to kind of like lean back, right, and look out maybe here. I'm going to be shooting here because I want to get this in the backdrop, and then you. Yeah, I'm just going to see how wide I can get with this 50. Straighten up your other, if you're going to have your arm, maybe have it a little bit, there you go, just like that. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, there you go. I love it. Love it. Looks beautiful. So I'm gonna switch into doing some video now. I've done some stills. I'm gonna do some more stills in this look, but I just like the look of this, the way Stephanie looks, and I just want to do some slow-mo. So I'm actually gonna go into my 120 frames per second 1080p mode on my A7 Mark III. My settings will be as follows. I'm gonna be at about f2.8. The ISO is gonna be at 800 because I'm shooting in picture profile 7, and I'm gonna put my shutter speed way up so that it can be exposed a little bit better, because you don't want to overexpose the 1080p footage because it's pretty compressed. And then we'll see what we can get from there. I'm gonna actually be shooting mostly vertical because I want to shoot this or share this on social. a proud parent. Look at this. She's taking over the shoot. This is what it's about. It's not about me, it's about you guys. So I don't know, I just like interesting. I like textures. Because we're not really in spring yet, we're just coming out of winter, the tail end of winter, there's not a lot of greenery. So we gotta find things that are interesting and things that give some sort of character. We have this building here, right here, this factory building. It has a whole bunch of vines and dry leaves here. I think mixing that with what Stephanie has on is kind of cool. We'll see what happens. Swirl. So we are out here again. We're actually by this interesting sort of wall. Got some colors, got some architecture, got some natural foliage, I guess you can call it. And I don't want to use the 50 because the 50 is a little bit tight, even on a full frame sensor. I'm going to use my 35, and I might even jump into my 28 millimeter. I just want to kind of get the architecture, and I want to get the subject in the architecture and working within there. So let's check this out. So one of the things I'm trying to do is, so I was kind of looking, it was a fine shot where I was, but the angle that I had, I was kind of looking up her nose a little bit. So instead of being beneath or below the subject, you want to get to their level, their eye level. Even if Stephanie's a little bit taller than me, I still want to kind of get to her eye level so that it's not distracting, the angle is not distracting or distorted. Perfect, Sarah there. Nice. I'm actually gonna go, I was shooting at like 1.6, f1.6. I'm gonna go to f2.8 because I wanna get her whole face in focus and the background melting off. And because I'm so close to her and I'm using a wide angle lens, it's a little distorted, but I don't mind that distortion because it kind of looks cool because we have the background as well. And we can see her full hat as well. Swirl. All right, and that's a wrap for the first photo video walk of 2020. I'm super excited and glad that you were able to watch this video. For those of you that were able to come out, thank you so much. I'm glad that you learned a lot. And to our lovely, talented model, Stephanie, thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. For more information, if you want to get more information about another one of these walks in a local city near you, whether it's New York, Chicago, LA, Toronto, just DM me at Tristan Barrocks on all my social, or check me out on YouTube or Facebook. Talk to you guys later. Peace.